Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 2. We'll explain and presentation the material today from topics 5 up to topics 8. The member of group is Jihaan Aqiila and Aufiena Rahma for topics 5, Fara Viona A and Salsabila Triratna P for topics 6, Nur Faizah, Helminaroza, and Najma Aqilah A for topic 7, and Putri Arumjani and Sinta Budiyanti for topics 8.
Hi everyone, I'm Jihaan Aqiila, and the next slide I will talk about topic 5, the reason teachers reluctant to use media including teaching learning. Okay, the first is using the media is a hassle. Teaching using media does need preparation, especially if the media uses electronic equipment such as videos or computers. Teachers are already busy with making teaching preparation, busy with teaching schedules, pursuing curriculum targets, and also bother with family matters. Of course, some teachers do not have time to think about media for student learning. And then number 2, media is sophisticated and expensive. Some teachers think that media is something that must be sophisticated and expensive. I think if they want to use media but don't want to spend a lot of money, they can use media around them and then turn it into a unique, creative, and innovative learning. Number 3, cannot use the media and afraid. Not all teachers are technology literate. Some of them are reluctant to use it because they are afraid and I think maybe lazy to learn to use technology, even though the school may have provided. Number 4, school does not provide the media. Not all schools facilitate teachers or students to use media as a tool for learning, whether it's due to limited fund or other reasons. So that the teacher has to prepare it himself. Of course, it's not easy for teacher to do it. Number 5, the teachers want to use conventional method in learning. This method is the most practical and economical method. It does not require a lot of tools. This method can be used to overcome the scarcity of literature or reference source of information because the purchasing power of students is out of reach. But the drawback of this method is, of course, students get bored easily in learning.
Hi, my name is Aufiena Rahma. Here I want to give my answer with the explanation. The question is the reason teachers reluctant of use media as teaching learning. Number 6, lack of consultation. Technology is often chosen without consultation and the involvement of teachers. This lack of consultation can result not only in poor choices, but also in technology being dropped and teachers and problems they already have. Teachers need to be part of the selection and procurement process to ensure that they are getting the technology they want and need. Number 7, unrealistic expectation. A lot of classroom technology is bought with the expectation that just putting it into the hands of the students and teachers is enough to totally transform the learning experience and turn all our students into super archivers overnight. The reality is that much technology implementation will only enable students and teachers to keep up with the real world and won't really have any significant impact on achievement in the classroom. Number 8, most of them think it's unnecessary. In many cases, teachers see the technology as a hindrance or unnecessary to achieving their aims, and in some cases this may be correct. Technology training needs to include an understanding of how much and when not to be use technology. Technology should never become an obstacle to learning.
Hi, I'm Fara Viona A, and here I want to tell you the reasons why we should develop our teaching media. Media are very useful in learning activity. Teachers, instructors, and learners are helped by using media to reach or to achieve the goals. The teachers should apply the media because of the following reasons. The first, media can solve the lack of learners' experience. When we talk about experience, the average student has different experience since they come from different backgrounds such as society, environment, and social economy. Media in learning come to complete the lack of learners' experience. Media can help the learners to complete what they never felt before in learning activity. Second, media can reach everything out of the class. We realize that there are so many things around students that cannot reach by themselves. For example, in biology class, we cannot see bacteria, microbes if we don't use microscope as a media learning. If we're developing media learning, the learning activity will be so much easier and we can reach everything. And another example, in learning language, we also use social media, YouTube, for example, in our learning activity. If we want to teach speaking skills, we can show the students some videos containing speaking materials. So it can help us as a teacher on presenting materials. And the third, media are created to possible direct interaction between learners and their environment.
My name is Salsabila Triratna P, and I will continue explain the reason why we should develop our teaching media. Number 4, students can have imagination of what they learn by the media. All of the people have their own understanding. If you use some media when explaining the material, the students can know of what they learn, take longer-term perspective on their own learning, and realization the imagination in their mind. For example, the subject is about geography, and the material is about maps. So, we must use maps or globe for representation so the students will understand while observe the media. Number 5, students' improvement can be seen clearly. The learning result is different when we use media to teach or not. Students improve themselves from know nothing to know something, from know something to understand the concept. When students use media in learning, then they will have the experience of learning and directly involved in the learning process. It makes what they have acquired will be saved in their long-term memory. Number 6, media can be teachers' helper tool in conducting the teaching learning process. Media can be teachers' best friend in teaching because they will help teachers to control students' attention.
My name is Nur Faizah. The next topic about the reason we should develop our teaching media. Criteria in selecting instructional materials. The following criteria should be considered. A. Support the educational philosophy. The explain is instructional materials should support the educational philosophy, goals, and objectives of the district, and the objective of the curricular offering in which the materials will be used. B. Emotional and social development. The explain is instructional materials should be appropriate for the age, emotional, and social development and ability level of students for whom the material selected. And C. Reader appeal or point of view. The explain is instructional materials should be diverse with respect to level of difficulty, reader appeal, and should present a variety of point of view.
Next will be guided by me, Najma. D. Presentation and factual context. The explain is instructional material should meet high standard of quality in factual context presentation. E. The value and impact of each literary work. The explained is instructional material should have aesthetic, cultural, literary, or social value. The value and impact of any literary work will be treated as a whole, taking into account the author's intent rather than individual words, phrases, or incidents. F. Respect for cultural diversity. The explained is instructional materials should foster respect for men, women, the disabled, and minority groups, and should portray a variety of roles and lifestyles open to people in today's world. Institutional materials should foster respect for cultural diversity.
Okay guys, next will be greeted by me, Helminaroza. G. Instructional materials should be designed to motivate students to examine their own attitudes and behaviors, and to comprehend their own duties, responsibilities, rights, and privileges as participating citizens in pluralistic society. H. Instructional materials should encourage students to at least higher order thinking skills and to become informed decision makers, to exercise freedom of thought and to make independent judgments through examinations and evaluations of relevant information, evidence, and differing viewpoints. I. Instructional materials should be selected taking into account instructional materials already available in the districts in order to meet the above criteria and in order to replace materials worn, obsolete, or no longer appropriate. Licensed professional staff shall profit for constant and continuing renewal of the collections, not only by the additions of up-to-date materials, but by the judicious elimination of materials which no longer meet needs or find use. J. Other criteria as developed by the licensed staff under the supervision of the administrative staff.
It's Sinta Budiyanti. In here, I'd like to explain the example of media in teaching speaking and how to use them. The first one is record voice. I think most of you thought that speaking skills is the hardest skills than the other, right? Because we need to find someone to listen our speaking and can correct our mistake. But in another way, we are too shy to practice it with anyone. So I have the solution to you that you have trouble with your confidence, and this media is more comfortable to do it by yourself. What is it? It's record voice. How to use it? You can try to talk about anything you want, then you have to record in your phone. After that, you try to save it and listen by yourself. If there are some mistakes in pronunciation or grammar or vocabulary or any else, you can try to fix it to be better in another chance. It means you can try to record yourself again to be better. The second is Spotify. It looks surprising for you, right? That this media can help to improve your speaking, not only to improve your listening skills. To improve your speaking, there is one technique that we can call it imitation, you know? Okay, so we can use Spotify as a media to learning speaking through imitations. How to use it? The first listening to the music, you can play it line by line. For example, you can play the music on Spotify in the first line, then you pause. After that,
try to deliver that speech in your own words. It can be effective because some those songs have been sang by native speaker. The last one is game. To make your learning English more fun, I think game can be good media to your teaching activities. Why? Because we can fast and more effectively when we are use the media same our hobby. Then how to use it with this media? I give the example with this one game. The game is Mobile Legends. I played this game for a long time ago. I'm pretty sure that there's some facility from this game to make you can discuss with your partner as the same player in this game. So we can use it like the record voice to make a conversation to discuss in this game. So with the conversation, we can improve our speaking English effectively. Okay, then next media will explain by Putri.
Okay, next slide will be guided by me, Putri Arumjani. Number 4, media in teaching speaking, there are YouTube. What do you know about YouTube? Yeah, this one is really popular applications, and I think most of you know about it. YouTube can be a media in teaching speaking because in this application there are features like watching video and then sharing videos and also live streaming. For teachers, they can take some theory from YouTube, and then for students it can be media in practice their speech. For the way to use them, it's very easy because we just need email to log in these applications, and then automatically we can sharing and then watching and live streaming. Okay, number 5, there are WhatsApp. WhatsApp is widely used by teachers and students. There are 1,032 million people have installed these applications. As a media for teaching speaking, we can use voice notes to practice speaking skills of students, and also we can use the video sharing feature. And I think most of you have know about the way to use these applications. This is very easy because we only need an active telephone number to be able to enter in WhatsApp. Okay, the last is Zoom. This is a media that is currently quite famous and its users are increasing. This application provides group video feature. Therefore, we can have live video discussions with many people. For it use same like YouTube, we can log in using the email we have, then follow the instructions, and Zoom can be used.
That's all from us. We hope that you can understand the material today. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.